guys, I'm Magic here with another YUGI-TUESDAYs. And today I'm going to be bringing you a Dino deck profile. So let's start off the new year with, let's have a little look at some of the decks that aren't doing too much in the format, but definitely have a lot of potential. And you're going to see this with my going second Dino deck profile. But before we go into the video, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video all around, because let's get this channel booming. Let's get right into the video. UCT, of course, one of the best boss monsters for any deck going. Being 3/5 means it's really hard to beat over it, and its Book of Moon effect is just amazing. This whole deck is just beautiful, and this is an amazing boss monster. I only want to run it at 2 because you don't mind seeing it sometimes in your hand. However, there is the times where you want to be bringing it out with double evolution pill, so you do want to only have 2. I feel like 3 is too much, 1 is too little. And then, of course, because it's going second, you got to add Dogoran, another big boy. Why not add the kaiju? It's searchable. You can summon it easily. Might as well just have it in there, just because it's funny as well. Because when you kaiju someone when they don't expect it, boom. Because it is a dino kaiju. Then we also got Dino Wrestler Pankratops as well, because this is a going second deck, and you can't talk about a Dino going second deck without Dino Wrestler Pankratops. If you guys know what he does, but essentially tribute himself pop, and he's 2600, and he summons himself. It's an amazing card, amazing extender. You need to be playing it if you're playing Dino. Of course, you got to have 2, 3 Soul Eating Oviraptor. Soul Eating Oviraptor is the normal summon, apart from another card that we'll get into as well, but it just searches you all your cards, and it can then use the second technique, destroy a card on the field. Hopefully it will be one of the baby dinos, or it will be a token that you create with the field spell, and then summon a card from the graveyard. If you were able to destroy one of the babies on field, then it's amazing, because then you also get an extra summon, so you're happy with that. But it's an amazing extender, and is the card that you always need to. If you're not playing it at 3, then you're not playing the deck correctly, my man. Then the other little one-off level 4s, Miscellaneousaurus, rest in peace, my boy. It's so sad that it's at 1. It does hinder the deck really much, but you know what? You can still search it off cards like Soul Eating Oviraptor, like Fossil Dig. It's still not a bad card, and you know, if you see it, then you're happy, but you search it, and then it also does the banishing effect to still give you the rest of your combo, so you're still happy to see it. But yeah, it's a shame it's at 1, but you know what? We move. Then as well, Giant Rex. Giant Rex, amazing card. You know, just your boy. Normal summon it is a big boy to try and get over. Banishing is quite heavy in this deck, so banishing to summon UCT with its own effect, or double evolution pill and then summon it back. It's a rank 4, so you can overlay into either your Dolka, your Lagia, or any other rank 4 that's in your deck. You don't mind, but it's still happy to see it. Brilliant card. Only play at 1 though. 3 Baby Cerosaurus. This is your baby, this is your boy. This is part of the 3-2-1 ratio. So you play 3 baby, and then you play 2 Ammonodon Archosaur, and then you'll play 1 Petite Pteranodon. You play 3 baby because you're more happy to pop this, because it summons out something like your Ammonodon Archosaur, or your Petite Pteranodon, or any other level 4 that you want to see. So a Soul Eating Oviraptor, which is almost your full combo right there if you can summon that. You have your Petite Pteranodon, which is going to be the same as Baby. However, it summons level 4 or higher, so you can bring out your Pankratops, you can bring out your Kaiju. You know, you're happy doing that. However, you get more pluses and more plays off the Baby Cerosaurus. And then Ammonodon Archosaur is the other brilliant two of normal summon, which when you normal summon it, destroy a dino in your hand or on the field, and then search you the double evolution pill. This and Baby is full combo, and it's a beautiful combo that you can easily pull off, and it does come up more often than you think. You'd think it being you need 1 out of 2 cards and then 1 out of 3 cards, or 1 out of 4 maybe. It wouldn't come up as much. It's not too bad. If you then send Miscellaneousaurus from your hand as well, which I know again is a one-off, you can banish it with its second effect, summon Ammonodon Archosaur, and then hopefully pop something else and then get the full combo going. It helps just increase plays to get into UCT, and it's just another amazing card. A lot cheaper now. As you can see, I've got the secret rares, so I've been playing this since it was a secret rare. However, the Ammonodon Archosaur then did get reprinted as an ultra rare in one of the tins, I believe. So a lot cheaper to play this build as well. But that's it for the Dino monsters. But for the rest, I'll just go over some of the hand traps. So Nibiru, we are a going second deck, so you need to see the rock that destroyed all the dinosaurs. You know, your opponent most likely won't respect Nibiru for turn 1, so that's where you take advantage of them probably going over 5 summons without protection. A lot of the decks can be hit by Nibiru, but of course, if you're playing against a deck that doesn't get affected by it, then that's the first thing you side out. And then the second card as well, Artifact Lancia. I know it does hinder us because we are a banishing strategy, but the idea is, again, we're going second. We'll do this during my opponent's turn. If they're playing a deck like Flunderies, they're playing a deck like PK, they're playing a deck like Virtual World, for example, Tri-Brigade, this will hindrance them. So this, it can just, we want to go for hand traps that can kind of stop games in their tracks. A lot of hand traps right now aren't doing that. Nibiru, Lancia are one of the few that are doing it, and I was considering putting Droll and Lockbird into the main as well, just because that is another hand trap that will just kind of stop the opponent. But I kind of, I thought, nah, there's a few decks that aren't affected by Droll, but there are a lot of decks that are affected by Ghost Belt and Haunted Mansion. I went over all of kind of the top meta decks right now, and Ghost Belt does hit all decks in some way, shape, or form, apart from, I believe, Flunderies. But literally Flunderies being the only one that doesn't affect it. However, Flunderies will just die to an Artifact Lancia, and yeah, they struggle anyway because they're all normal summoned and they're not making links. UCT can take full advantage of just flipping all their monsters. Yes, they'll tribute them, but it does still make it a bit of an inconvenience. But Flunderies, yeah, that's the only kind of counter. But Ghost Belt and Haunted Mansion is one of the cards that will kind of hit every kind of deck going. Tri-Brigade like their graveyard, PK like their graveyard. You know what I mean? The Drytron loves their graveyard. The decks kind of keep going, and it is just a really broken hand trap. I kind of am starting to lean towards playing this over Ash Blossom, because Ash Blossom, although it's a brilliant card, is not being as useful as the rest of the hand traps moving forward. Now, going into the spells, I'll tell you this now, there aren't any traps, but all of this is either Dino Extenders or going second spells. And I'm sorry, the camera keeps wobbling so much. But yeah, free Fossil Dig, we got the rarity bump. Can't complain, can't complain. Fossil Dig is just your searcher in the deck, and it's at 3, so it's a broken card. Search you out any of them. It's not a hard once per turn, so you can Fossil Dig, Fossil Dig, Fossil Dig. But brilliant card, you got to love to see it. 2 Lost World. A lot of Dino decks are playing 3 Lost World. My reasoning is this is a going second deck, so the idea is not to get full combo. Like, Lost World can be full combo, but the idea is I'd rather see one of my going second spells, which will kind of help me secure the game, than getting a combo against it. Like, modern day decks, modern day boards are just like, you can't play the game, I am unbreakable. So something like a Scythe doesn't bother me too much. Something like a DPE, you know, DPE pops this, it can be annoying, but yeah, I'd rather see just more extenders, really. Like other extenders that are not going second extenders, you know what I mean, to wipe the board. And finally, 2 Double Evolution Pill. Helps you bring out your big boys, your UCT, your Dino Wrestler, Prankratops if you're in a cinch and you need to use the pop effect. Hell, even bring out Dogoran, your giant 3k Kaiju, just to play, really, just to kind of get out your big boys and make plays. Definitely need it. Searchable for Animadorn Archosaur, always want to see it. Going into the other spells, 3 Pots of Extravagance. So you do not need your extra deck. Of course, it's fun to have your extra deck, which I will go over and show you the playability of each card. However, if you lose it, your entire idea is to build a board through your monsters, not your extra deck. So Pot of Extravagance, definitely play it over something like a Pot of Prosperity, only because we want to dig deep into our deck. We're already going to be drawing one for turn. Might as well play that and see how much further down into the deck we can go. Hopefully see some of our other going second spells. But yeah, you don't really need your extra deck, so I'd rather plus an extra card than go 6 cards deep to then hand select a card. So yeah, Pot of Extravagance, definitely need to be playing this over Prosperity in this type of deck. 3 Lightning Storms. Now let's go into the going second spells. Lightning Storm, broken card. So happy it finally arrived. And yeah, basically because we either need to have a bait, which will be this, or this to kind of get rid of any negates that your opponent has on the field. A lot of decks nowadays aren't playing spell negates. It's a lot of heavy monster negates. Something like Tri-Brigade Lyrilusk are playing something that's like, cool, non-targeting banish, 4 monster negates in Appaloosa, and a monster negate and steal from a Utopic Future. And that's the same with a lot of decks. They will lose to Lightning Storm. There aren't many that have got spell negates, but then you play other going second spells, which will then help you out as well. So it's really good, and they're not going to be on the field. So you could use this after using the next card on my list, or after using the Extravagance. But yeah, brilliant card. Definitely need to play if you're going any type of going second strategy. In addition, Dark Ruler No More is in the main. Again, it really just stops your opponent. You drop this to make sure that your opponent is not coming back, and then you go full combo. You destroy their board, and the plan isn't to... Obviously, if we can OTK, that's brilliant, but the plan is to build a board your opponent cannot knock down. They will commit all their resources into building a board, which we will then come down and destroy, and they will then be on top deck mode while we have a fully established board on the field. So that's kind of the plan with what we're doing. So Dark Ruler in the main, definitely want to see it. And then finally, the one-offs as well. Raigeki, Harpy's Feather Duster, and 1 Mystic Mine. Mystic Mine, if we don't have everything we need, we sit on that and we just kind of patiently wait. Just to see if our opponent can out it, or if not, it gives us a turn, another draw, more plays to do. And then we can also then get rid of it with, say, Lost World. The only unfortunate thing is that it will then shut off our Lightning Storms, but it will give us time to kind of get around that. Or if our opponent gets rid of it and they can't OTK because they have to use resources, then that's fine. But yeah, if you're going second, at least it's a good bait as well. So cool, just drop Mystic Mine. Cool, they'll negate it. Now we have kind of free reign to maybe Lightning Storm, Raigeki them, Feather Duster. But yeah, that, guys, is the bulk of the main deck. Let's now go into the extra deck. Starting things off, we got 1 Link Spider. We're playing a lot of tokens. If we get given a token, we can use this to get rid of it, and it's another non-dino that could possibly be in our graveyard for UCT and Double Evolution Pill. Salamangreat Almirage is the kind of same theory, to get rid of Animador and Archosaur, and as well as Link Karibo. If we want to, say, get rid of our baby dinos, we can use this, and Animador and Archosaur, we can use this. But yeah, it's kind of just to kind of clear the board and just give us more names and types in the graveyard. Ironically, all Cybers. But yeah, just to give us more in the graveyard to kind of use for a Double Evolution Pill. That really is all it's there for. But if it works, it works. We've got IP Masquerena. You know, we can summon quite a lot, and then if we can't get everything we exactly want when we do the first swing, then have an IP. Then we got a Phoenix as well to deal with any back row, and a Nightmare Unicorn, again with IP, so IP could go into any one of these. But it's just a really good card to just have. You know, it's just good removal, very generic removal. It's one of them, if you don't really need an extra deck, I always recommend going for this little package of IP and then some of the Nightmares. Just because if you see them, it's brilliant. If you lose them, you don't mind because you weren't relying on them. I do apologise about this camera shaking a lot. But yeah, if you see them, you're happy. If you lose them, you don't mind because it wasn't the brunt of the strategy. And then finally as well, to kind of clear things up, Borreload and Borosaur, just kind of your good, kind of generic, that could get rid of a problem. This could help you beat over for game. I know a lot of you will say, where's your Pentastag? I just can't remember where I've put it. I would have probably put in a Pentastag over maybe one of the Link 1 monsters, maybe got rid of Almirage, or maybe got rid of the Link Spider for Pentastag because it gives big boys piercing. But unfortunately, that's all I can do. But yeah, Borosaur, really good card, just helps you OTK. Borreload is just a really powerhouse that you can't really easily get rid of, and it will then just steal monsters and kind of get rid of really difficult problems. Into the XCs, we've got 1 Dolka, 1 Lagia, 1 Bagushka, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Digusto Emerald, and 1 Cowboy, just because you never know, we could Cowboy for game, and it's funny to do that. Dolka being a twice monster negate, Lagia being just a solemn judgment on legs. Both of these really, really good to make. Baguska just kind of can just shut off decks completely. You drop a Baguska, everything goes to defense until you want it to be there. Dweller shuts off the graveyard. Digusto Emerald can just recycle stuff if you're in a really grindy game and you just notice it's going to go on for a long time. And then Cowboy is a meme. Cowboy for game, because you can do a lot of damage with your big dinos, but if it's just not enough, drop a Cowboy and then you're laughing. And then finally, just as a random spare card, this probably could have been Pentastag, but I've just got one Psyframe Gamma. So the whole reason is just to, again, more recycling if I do have to go up against, for example, a deck like Shadow Invoke Dogmatica. If I see a Maximus, I can then recycle it. It basically means I'm not... It's so I don't lose advantage against Sid if I'm going to be playing Extravagance. And that's really the main brunt of it. Obviously, I have got tuners in the deck, being Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. And there is a very rare situation where I could synchro these to then get it out. But it's not going to happen like that. It will most likely just be... I could, you know, there are ways I could bring it out, but it is going to be literally just as a deterrent for Maximus in that sense. But that, guys, is the rest of the deck. I hope you did enjoy today's video. Please comment down below if you'd like to see any other deck profile coming up. If there's any deck in particular that you really enjoy seeing, if you think I might have it, or if you want me to investigate into it. And I hope you guys... Hope you all enjoyed your Yugi Tuesday of the week. Stay tuned for more. Like, subscribe, and peace. See ya.